Shalom, this is Levi Shore. Welcome back to Sweet Good Torah. So there's a very interesting article in Yeshivah World News. I think it came out on July 1st. It's from Rabbi Moshe Shternbuch, and he's saying that we're living right now in the days of Chevlei Moshiach. We're living in the days of the birthpang of Messiah coming. Let me bring up this article here on the screen. We'll go through it. Very, very interesting. So he says, these are the days of Chevlei Moshiach. Says Hagon Harav Moshe Shternbuch. He spoke about Israel's war with Iran in a recent sikha to members of the Teshuvos B'Hanchagos Kollel. He said the Arabs are now launching many rockets at Eretz Yisrael, causing destruction and devastation to several buildings, with some people killed and others wounded. The Rav began. But it's important to understand this is not chas v'shalom a coincidence. Anyone who understands knows that this is the voice of Hashem. He says, Kol dodi dofek. He says, the voice of my beloved is knocking. Piski li achosi rayasi. Open for me, my sister, my beloved one. And it's referring to the Jewish people. It's from Shir HaShirim, the Song of Songs. He says, in every generation during times of crisis, our ancestors gathered in shuls and bate midrash to daven, to cry out, to search their hearts to see what needed to be corrected within them. The Torah says, Im telechu imi keri, b'chalakti imchem b'chamas keri. So it says, like, if you go with me in like a manner that's keri, that where you look at everything like it's chance and everything's happening randomly, he says, then I will go with you because of keri. So it means like if we see that everything's from Hashem, then Hashem will be close to us and help us. So it says, the article continues, it says, this means that if people say these events are just coincidences, Hashem will show us what it truly looks like when we are left to coincidence, chas v'shalom. So the more we see that Hashem's bringing all the events of the world, it brings more chashgacha pratis, that Hashem more openly reveals his actions in the world. But chas v'shalom, the more that we see everything is just chance and random events, then Hashem acts more hidden, and it brings more, more events that seem random, that to someone that's not looking beyond the surface. So the Rambam says that if during times of trouble, people do not cry out, but instead say, this is just the way of the world, this is cruelty, and such a response will cause even more suffering. Hashem's ways are hidden from us. We have never truly known what lies ahead, not even during the good times. Excuse me. Some people think they understand Hashem's ways, and that's why they suddenly have questions when bad things happen. But we know if we have questions, that doesn't mean there's no meaning. It means we accept that nothing happens unless it's declared from above, even the smallest movement. So we must not panic. We need emunah, we need faith in Hashem. As Havrav Schneider Tzal would quote during a war, every bomb has an address. A rocket doesn't fall randomly. Hashem directs it exactly where it lands. And throughout all generations, this has been the way we survive the gullus, the exile, with emunah, with faith, without questions. The pasuk says, Tomer bilavecha rabim hagoyim ha'ela mimeni. So it says, if we say in our heart, or in your heart, that there are many nations, these are many nations from us, echa uchal lehiri sham. Like, is it possible that we can inherit the land? So lo tira mihem, you should not fear from them. That is their duty now, and it is not to fear them. The truth is that when people believe that Yeshua, when salvation comes from natural means, this endangers us. Because the only true path to Yeshua, to salvation, to being saved from disaster like these rockets, is through emunah in Hashem, through trust in Hashem. In Tehillim it says, Me'ein yavo ezri, from where will come my help? The deeper meaning is only when we realize that our situation is one of absolute helplessness, me'ayin. Only then, when we no longer turn to human beings for help, yavo ezri, then my help will come. So this is the time of Chevlei Moshiach, the labor pains before the arrival of Mashiach. The Mishnah in Sota says, Ve'ein lanu al mi lehishayin ela al avinu shabashamayim. Then at the end of the gullus, at the end of the exile, we will come to understand that we have no one to lean on only but Hashem. So we had to, we can't trust the Democrats. We can't rely on them. We can't rely on the Republicans. We can't rely on the Israeli government even. Only Avinu Shabbat Shemayim, only our Father in heaven, only Hashem that's where our real saving is going to come from. So only then will the gullus come. I mean, I think the Geula come, the redemption, because we'll finally recognize that we can do nothing on our own. It's all the will of Hashem. The Sepharim explain that the reason Hashem brings so many hardships upon us is to bring us to the realization that we desperately needed His salvation. So this is clearly expressed in Shiras HaZinu and Parsha HaZinu, the Song of Hazinu. It says, Ki Yadin Hashem Imo Ve'al Avadav Yisnachem Ki Yira Ki Azlas Yad. It means that Hashem will return to have mercy on us only when we recognize that according to the laws of nature, there's no hope. As long as we continue to fool ourselves into thinking salvation can come through natural means, we cannot merit Hashem's help. This is clear and undeniable truth. Very interesting, very wise words from Harav Moshe Shternbuch, Shlita, and hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you back again soon on Sweet and Good Torah.